Women don't want to have kids anymore. Let's see what they have to say.
The reason that I don't want kids as a 23-year-old is because I genuinely look at all of the mothers in the world with everything on their plate, and I don't know how a single person is able to handle it. Honestly, as a mother, how do you handle yourself, your kids, your husband, all the food, all the cleaning, managing the garden, the bills? I'm only 23 years old right now. I have a part-time job. I have a business. I live in a small house and barely manage my life and keep myself afloat. Between working, cleaning, going to the gym, managing the land, I struggle so much to keep on top of everything that life throws my way constantly. Fact of life is all the things that you have to do are absolutely never end. The reason I don't want to be a mother is because I can't imagine everything on my plate 10xing and me being able to actually handle all of it. I don't know how mothers handle all of it because genuinely it looks impossible. I can barely manage and keep on top of my life as a 23-year-old. How on earth am I meant to do it as a mother? If I had kids, there's no way in hell I would be able to keep up with them and be able to do all of it, you know? I'm still navigating and learning how to manage my own life and keep on top of everything, create routine and rituals and balance.
Whenever somebody asks me like how I knew for sure that I didn't want children, the answer is so clear to me. Like, I have never looked at another woman with children or a baby or kids or anything like that and thought to myself, oh my gosh, like I want that. Like, I can't wait for that to be me. I have never felt like that in my entire life. Whereas on the flip side of that, I remember when I was younger, like seeing people who were traveling the world or living luxurious lifestyles, making a lot of money, pursuing things that they were passionate about, having adventures, like living an unconventional lifestyle. And I would look at those people and I'd be like, ooh, that's exciting. Like, I really want that for me. I hope I can do that someday. Like, who are the people that you look at and feel jealous of, maybe even a little bit triggered by, because you want what they have so badly? That is such a valuable feeling from your higher self, like pointing you in the direction of what is meant for you in this life. And it's kind of sad because I feel like society conditions us to not trust our own feelings and thoughts about things. Like, if you're a woman who says you don't want kids, everybody's like, oh, no, you'll change your mind. Or if as a kid, you're like, I want to grow up and be really rich and successful, your parents will probably tell you like, you know, you should really focus on being a good person and going and getting an education. It's like, we are told to kind of like water down these feelings when really the way that we feel, especially as kids, is like one of the most important feelings you can listen to.
Gen Z and millennials don't want kids. So the birth rate, the fertility rate in the U.S. has been going down for years. It's now at a historic low. And what's really interesting when you get into the Pew research underneath it is the reason people are not having kids has changed. So put up this graphic here and I'll talk you through it. People over the age of 50 who have not had children, they say, look, it just didn't happen. Basically, I wanted to, but it was bad luck. Young people today say, I'm not even out here trying. I, period, full stop, don't want children. That
is a big shift.
That is a big change. There's a bunch of reasons. A portion of them cite the cost.
The cost of childcare is bananas.
It's bananas.
School is just, it's
crazy.
Unreal.
A portion of them cite worries about the state of the world, climate change. Yeah. And then 20% say, I just don't like kids.
And these are all fair reasons. I don't know about not liking kids.
The state of the world and climate change, meaning they don't want to add to our population because of the pressures.
Or they're just worried that the quality of life is getting worse and worse.
I'm going to be 100% honest. I don't care how men feel about women not wanting to have kids. And the reason I don't care is because they don't sacrifice anywhere near as much to become dads as women do to become moms. Their lives remain largely unchanged. Their bodies and their health stay the same. Most of the time, they are not giving up anything to have kids. Stay-at-home dads are rare, and most men will not do anything special for you if you have kids with them. They'll just complain about doing the bare minimum if they even do the bare minimum. Men just don't want older women telling younger women about how hard motherhood actually is. But again, if you're a man, you just do not get to weigh in on this. Unless it's to express support, your opinion carries no weight. Because even if you do nice things for the person that you have kids with, even if you make sure that they're financially taken care of, you get them a nice push present, or they like to call it, you are still not sacrificing anywhere near as much as the person that is carrying that child and birthing it. So,
look, I'm 30 years old. Not one of my friends has children. Zero. No one. No one's having kids. Do you know how hard you need to abuse a mammal to make them not have children? Like, look, GDP goes up. People have have enough food, and whatever. No one's having kids, and this is across the world. This is across both the West, the East, everywhere it's happening. So why do I not have kids? And the answer to that is I don't really know. This is the weird thing. So there's the thing that happens, especially with like even younger than me. Like the kids are like 18 today. There's a huge problem where they don't dance. No one dances. They go to clubs and they don't dance. Why is this? Because you get recorded.
Yeah.
If you're an 18-year-old kid, you go to a club, you get recorded. If you approach a girl and you mess it up, you get recorded. Everything is panopticon now. So if you had to ask me why, my answer is technology. My answer is social media. My answer is AI. My answer is algorithms. Right. I think there's a deep thing where we as a society have not dealt with the fact that we have to steward technology responsibly. We have treated technology as a Wild West.
Absolutely.
Just everyone can do whatever they want. Just sell all of our younger generation's dating lives to corporations for profit. And who pays the cost for this? Who has liability? For every person who doesn't find the love of their life because the whole dating market's fucked up, who pays for this? No one.
I'm 27 and I know that I'm never going to be a mother. And before you tell me, oh, she's too young, she doesn't know what she's talking about, please just hear me out. I've never been a nurturing person. And that's not to say that I'm not caring. Some of my friends have said that they've always wanted to be a mother, even when they were a kid themselves. That's just never happened for me. Even though I'm 27, I'm still working on becoming a better person. If I were to bring a child into this world right now, I would have just been passing down generational trauma. And I don't want to create a new generation of people that's going to make life worse for everybody that they interact with. Because let's be frank, bringing a new life into this world is not just a decision that will affect you or your family. It's going to affect a lot more people, everybody that they interact with. If I don't think I can raise a child that's going to be an amazing person, no, I'm not going to do it. And lastly, I'm just very selfish. I have very finite time on this earth. I want to experience the world as much as I can. You can tell me that, oh, being a mom is a unique experience that cannot be replaced by anything else. And I completely agree with you. However, that's an experience that I'm okay with not having. I'm already fulfilled by a lot of the things that I'm pursuing in life, and that's just a personal decision. I'm making this video because I recently had a conversation with my mom, and I asked her, why did you decide to have me? Her answer was, that's just what I'm supposed to do. Everybody around me wanted me to become a mom. And I asked her, if nobody around you pushed you to be a mom, would you ever have had me? Her answer was, no. My mom is the most loving mom. She did everything she could to raise me to the best of her abilities. I don't blame her for her answer. In fact, I am very grateful that we can have a candid conversation like this. But it just made me think that a lot of people, before they decide to bring a child into this world, they didn't really think too deeply into why they're doing this. This is also not a video to bash mothers. I just want people who do decide to become one really think about why they're making that decision. And I hope that they're doing it because they want to raise them into amazing humans that can make humanity and the world better.
The irony behind women who don't want to have kids is actually really funny because all of the reasons that they list for why they wouldn't want to have children, like acknowledging how much time it takes, the attention you have to give, the sacrifices you have to make, being emotionally aware, intelligent, all of these things, like financially responsible, they are aware of all of the things that it takes to be a great mother. They just don't want to do it, but the fact that they're aware of all of these things is why they would actually be amazing mothers. And it brings me to my next point about the movie Idiocracy. If you've ever seen that movie, it's basically like all of the really smart people realize that the world is going to shit and there's no reason to have children because the world is going to shit, and like they wanted to be financially stable and like have all of their ducks in a row before they brought life into this world, and so therefore they just didn't end up having kids. So basically all of the like intellectual smart people didn't have kids, but then like all of the stupid dumb people just kept procreating, and then we just had like a really fucking stupid ass society, and it's basically what's happening.
Now let's hear a different take.
You guys, I had my daughter at 37, and my entire life I did not want kids, not one little bit. And then all of a sudden in the summer of 2025, I got this feeling that I was going to have a kid. It wasn't this like, oh my God, I'm dying to have a child, I really want one. It was just this intuitive feeling. It was really calm, and it was, you're going to have a baby. Mind you, I didn't think I could have kids because I have one fallopian tube and a whole bunch of scar tissue around it. So I told my husband, and he was like, what? Mind you, he's almost 50 and I'm almost 40. But we tried. She came, and it is the most amazing thing I've ever experienced. when she wraps her little arms around my neck, or when she's smiling when I get her up from her nap. Nope, it's not easy. We're not rich. I work part-time. I love working part-time. I love having my own life. He loves having his own life. We're only going to have one. But it is truly, truly the best thing I've ever experienced. There's a lot of negativity out there around motherhood right now, which is perfectly fine. I'm not discounting anyone else's experience. It's hard as fuck, but it's amazing. If you're thinking about doing it and you need some encouragement today, you should do it. It's amazing.